Welcome to Gotham.
Cenobites.
The first rule of Fight Club is, you do not talk about Fight Club. The second rule of Fight Club is, you do not talk about Fight Club. If this is your first night at Fight Club, you have to fight.
Welcome YouTube, back to another video. You've clicked on Gotham Cenobites. I'm Terry.
I'm Lindsay.
And today we are trying something different. It's something I've been thinking about for a long time. Getting your opinion on two pieces. We're probably, if this goes well, we'll definitely do, XM versus Prime 1 and all the metal pieces, of course.
Awesome.
But I do have another one in mind, and I'll see what you think when we get to the end. So hopefully this goes well. Of course, they're both Prime 1 today, but one's 1/4 and one's 1/3. But the Harley Who Laughs 1/3 by Prime 1, and then the Cyberpunk Harley 1/4. And earlier this week, I believe it was Saturday or Sunday, I put up a poll on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Nobody even bothered voting on Facebook. But 4-0, so landslide for her, for Harley Who Laughs on Instagram, and then, I'll be showing you the picture as we're talking about it, but 89% to 11% on YouTube out of 18 votes. So, I think already, because of the community, we're going to give 1 point to Harley Who Laughs, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to go through a few topics, concept, paint, base, portraits, and we're going to each, give our opinion on which is better, and then we're going to tally the points, and then by the end, just for fun, whoever has the most points wins, which this first one's probably super obvious.
Yeah, I think we know.
But it's nice, to get into the flow of how this is going to go.
Right.
With something easy. Yeah. So, what'd you think?
Are we discussing the concept right now?
No, we're just doing an intro. What did you think when I asked you?
Sure.
The people, I think, would like to know, because you're a complete outsider. So, you...
Yeah, I really don't know anything about comics, and everything I've learned about heroes and villains, it's all been through him.
So you'll be like the fresh perspective. You'll have I don't think you'll have any bias. It's just you're judging the pieces. So. Okay. Alrighty, so that's going to, we'll get into, I'm going to show you a slideshow as we're talking about all these topics, so, let's get into that.
Okay.
Alrighty, so here we go. I've never done it with two people, so I'm going to try my luck on making the background disappear, but just in case it's still there, I will show you the pictures that we're talking about, but the goal would be to have us, nothing behind us, so you'll see the picture behind us. But we're going to go through a few pictures of each, and then we'll get to the prices for these things. But this first one is one of the Harley Who Laughs. And this is my favorite. I kind of biased. I really didn't go all deluxe or regular. I kind of picked what my favorites were. Yeah, so this is my favorite.
Was this particular face or portrait, was this the deluxe, or is it already comes with it?
It's the regular. My favorite, okay. We'll get to it when we get to the portraits, but my two... Because I think they both have 5 or 6 portraits.
Yeah, it was quite a bit. I was really surprised.
With the Harley Who Laughs, my favorite 2 were the regular. But the Cyber Harley, was really disappointing. Same with those regulars.
Well, right off the bat with the concept of this one, altogether, this is for the metal line. It fits perfectly within the collective.
Yeah. And this is the other regular portrait. Picture here.
Yeah, I really like this one too.
And this is my favorite of the Cyberpunk. And it's it's only the deluxe only, and it doesn't make sense to me because it's the one with the most cyberpunk looking portrait is. It's not the regular.
I mean, I know we're not talking about... Well, for the concept, I thought when you first said Cyberpunk, I was like, oh, okay, that sounds really cool. And then when I saw it, I was a little surprised because she doesn't really look... I mean, I guess she's got her leg.
Well, I don't know if you... I mean, seeing the Prime 1 video they released the other day, they're definitely pulling this off the video game. So
Right, that Cyberpunk game. I remember that. I was expecting her to be a little bit more in the face. Not quite Nebula looking. In a totally different universe, I know. But, I just thought just more than just the cheek and the leg.
It's both cheeks.
Both cheeks?
We'll get to it in the portraits, but one of the eyes is done. She has a robotic arm, robotic leg. I mean...
Okay, I guess, yeah.
And this is this portrait. I don't think they showed when they originally debuted the concept of this one, but I think it got such backlash.
Why?
They had to give you the pigtails.
Oh.
Because it's so different, and I don't know. So people started freaking out. They needed their more of Harley in the Cyberpunk Harley, I guess. So.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so this is one of the deluxe. But just going over. Do you want to say anything else?
I was just about to say, if you're going to have, this concept, wouldn't you want the face to look similar versus the regular old portrait?
I get it. Because there's also a jester portrait. We'll get to those, but I guess some people just complain too much, so they threw in 2 more portraits. To make it look more like Harley, but I agree.
I'm sure there's other collectors out there that actually do switch outs. Yeah. He doesn't. They all stay the same.
Well, I mean, I switched them out the first month, but then I ultimately... The first month, and then I put them away.
I don't remember that.
But, yeah, so going over the price difference, and again, one's 1/3 and one's 1/4. But Harley Who Laughs regular is $13.99. Deluxe is $16.49. Cyberpunk is $10.99 for the regular. And the $13.99 is the deluxe.
And considering the size difference, that's...
It's expensive compared to other companies' quarter scale.
Okay.
But, I mean, right off the bat, most people know you're going to get immaculate paint with Prime 1.
Okay.
So even though, I mean, it's kind of a big deal, but Prime 1 really hasn't got much quarter scale in hand. But like I've been saying...
Oh, so is this the direction they're going?
Unfortunately. But it's still Prime 1. I mean,
it's a Prime 1 and you'll save some room.
My bust, I mean, it's still like it's Dark Knight Returns bust. It's
big.
Great. It's still Prime 1 painting it. So no matter the size, I think the price is not that bad.
I don't mind the size.
Alrighty, so now we're getting into the verses. We've gone over some pictures, touched on concepts, but now we're gonna dive head first into this, and the first topic is going to be concept. So it's pretty much Dark Knight's Metal comic, and this Harley was never in any of the Dark Knight's books, but she clearly comes from this universe versus Cyberpunk. But yeah.
Oh, I like the green eye.
Yeah, that one eye is robotic.
Okay.
And yeah, just kind of put these two with their Photoshop backgrounds in, just kind of maybe highlight some more of the concept. But yeah.
Yeah, I really dig the metal line a lot more so far. Just by, I just.
Is it because there's metal behind this?
I don't know. I just.
Yeah, and then this is the full shots of everything with both. The metal definitely goes better with what I already have.
I just think it's so different. It's a lot more different. The Cyberpunk I can see. I don't know.
I think more people. This is what's kind of like the double-edged sword. I think more people could get into the Cyberpunk Harley.
Yeah, probably.
But the reaction from the community is obviously Harley Who Laughs is the better statue, and I mean I've heard it from so many people who aren't even in this metal line who want Harley Who Laughs just because.
Oh really?
She's so different. But yeah, I'd seen it was a comic cover variant, so she's not actually in the whole metal run. But yeah, when I first saw the render, it was so bad. But they surprised me, and yeah, for concept, yeah, there's no way I'm picking Cyberpunk. So Harley Who Laughs for me.
I agree 100%.
Alrighty.
The concept is a lot better.
I love the Cyberpunk game, and maybe if the game was better, because I mean it was so broken. And once I beat it a few times, it was like, okay, I'm done, and I've never gone back to it. But I guess we're getting into paint and sculpt. So far, 3-0 to Harley Who Laughs, and we're looking at the full 360 of Harley Who Laughs, and it is kind of hard to judge paint. But because both of these are not in hand, but I did see a video of Harley Who Laughs, and I mean her paint to me looks pretty good, and it's pretty good in line with the rest of the line.
Does this, like her uniform? Is it? I don't know. What am I trying to say? I hope you can edit that part out.
Metallic?
Thank you. Is her so? Okay, so the paint
is,
of her uniform or whatever she's wearing, is that metallic?
I mean, it definitely looks like it. I mean, it looks
Okay.
like it in all the videos, but yeah.
Okay. The dogs look really neat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And when we
like
get to base,
spots.
I'm definitely going to break base into 2 different categories. Speaking of the dogs, I mean, touching on these, I mean, because this definitely involves paint and sculpt, and yeah, this is Bud and Lou. And I love the dogs on this one so much. I do. And now we're looking at the Cyberpunk 360.
I think it's cool that they all have the robotic arms and legs.
Yeah, I know, but I mean,
I don't know what else you could have done.
I really, really love the statue, but the hyenas, yeah. I don't know, the base, I love it. But yeah, the one dog looks too cartoony to me, like this next picture.
Oh,
I know the lighting doesn't do my point very justice on the left side, but if you saw it in the regular lighting, it looks kind of wonky, weird.
Does it? Okay, from this photograph, I don't think it looks bad.
But yeah, and there is some discrepancy as to why one's a puppy. I don't know much about her with these 2 dogs in comics, but I'm pretty sure they were both full size. But it's Cyberpunk. So what would you say wins paint and sculpt and paint?
Again, I really prefer the Harley Who Laughs. I don't think the Cyber is bad.
That's paint and sculpt. I guess for this one we'll make it one category.
Well, that's hard because like I feel like they both do really well. I mean, with the paint and the sculpt, I don't have any issues with either or. I think I prefer the other one, but I just like the overall. I like the concept more.
So which paint did you prefer? Both on
I
Harley Who
like
Laughs?
them both. I don't know. I think I prefer the Harley Who Laughs.
Okay, so yeah, we'll make it one vote because I mean, me too. Paint and sculpt. Harley Who Laughs wins. And
Okay.
It's not that Cyber Harley is bad. It's just we're picking the better one. That's the whole point of this.
Okay.
But next category is portraits, and man, there's when you get
It's
the
quite a
deluxe,
bit.
when you get the deluxe bonus. There's 6, I think, in each of these statues, and I kind of included one here with the stand to show you. You're gonna get 6. I think there's 6 portraits, so you're gonna get 5 headstands for the other ones. But yes, I just wanted to show the headstand on one, and then all 6 portraits here. And I still hate the pigtail with the jigsaw mask. I can't stand it.
It makes her head look so tiny. Her hair is so large.
Yeah, the hair is large, and then yeah, the face
Look how
is little.
it's tiny. She's got a tiny little head.
But yeah, I mean, I love Saul, but that's exactly what I saw when I saw that picture, and it's like, no, it just doesn't. It doesn't make the rest of the statue look good. But
Yeah, it's not.
that's just me.
I mean, I like the different masks that they came out with. I actually do think it's cool that they did come with a regular portrait, and I think it looks really good.
And then we're looking at the Cyberpunk. And of these, I gotta say there's probably two that would be difficult. So I mean, the regular comes with this tongue. I believe the one on the top right.
Okay.
Maybe it's the one in the bottom.
These
middle.
are just a little too similar.
Well, exactly.
Way too
you
similar.
really, and I'm gonna do it for you, but you really got a close up to see, you know, the eye makeup is different.
Okay.
A little different, and she's biting her lip. So yeah,
Ah.
the one on the
okay.
bottom center, and then the one on the headstand, that's the regular, and then the Rex is deluxe bonus.
Gotcha. I like that they have the traditional.
The jester head.
The
yeah.
jester head.
Yeah, the jester head and her pigtails was an afterthought. I guess based on community feedback.
Okay.
But yes, going off portraits, to me, Harley Who Laughs wins, and it's because I'm a big spokesperson for most of these, that the regular should be enough. And when I saw the regular Harley Who Laughs, my two favorites were the regular. Okay. So off that alone, yeah, Harley Who Laughs for me.
Yeah, Harley Who Laughs for the portrait win for me too.
Yeah. Which it really sucks because the one here, right next to the stand with the Cyberpunk.
Okay.
I love it so much.
That is really cool looking.
It should have been part of the regular. I mean, you're advertising it as a cyber.
She's even got a little chin plate. That's cool.
And then these eyes, the her eyes. I mean, it's all from the game.
She's got a barcode. That's a really cool portrait. I agree.
I mean, that one portrait beats out some of the Harley Who Laughs portraits, but yeah, as a total, my two favorites are the one on the stand for Harley Who Laughs and that one, and they're the regular. And we're not judging off the swappable parts, but I was going to show you this because
she comes with quite a bit.
Yeah, Cyberpunk Harley, we'll go after her first. All she comes with is goggles and a bunch of different nameplates for the back of her jacket, so most people aren't really going to see that anyway.
Okay.
I don't know if it means different things or if it's the same HQ just in different languages, but yeah, that's all you're getting is goggles and a bunch of different things for the back of the statue.
But Harley Who Laughs, you get different like weapons.
Well, the regular only
chains.
comes with the cleaver. You get a bat, a mallet, and like a snapping hand.
Okay. Oh, yes. That's cool.
So that's the swappable parts.
Okay.
So now we're getting into base, and I'm going to make it regular base for one category, and then the dogs. So we're going to be judging twice on the base. So first we'll look at the base. This is the front of Harley Who Laughs, and this one is just so disappointing to me.
Look at the back. That's the back?
It is the back because, I mean, I posted a short earlier and this is the back.
Oh, that should not be the back. It
should.
looks fantastic.
But yeah, so.
I love the back, and you can see the teeth.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then, of course, I couldn't find other pictures on Prime 1 of the base, so we got
This looks
the
fantastic.
dog.
Look at the plates, the metallic plates.
And the armor on the dog.
The armor,
The
yeah.
hyenas.
The hyenas.
And looks like some sort of captain's wheel.
Yeah.
And then this is the other dog. 'Cause again, I couldn't find
What
much.
What are they standing on?
That's a good question. But one day we'll unbox it in person.
Okay.
And then this is the Cyberpunk base. And everything neon, you see there's like a spotlight here, and then all the neons light up.
Oh, that's neat.
So, I mean, it would be cool to have this somewhere one day.
Yeah, this is... I actually really like this a lot more than
And so
I thought
this
I would.
is the back. So they're teasing the card. So maybe Joker is next in the Cyberpunk line. You never know. But then yeah, the Harley Quinn is going to light up back here as well. And then yeah, this is like my favorite
The
part.
top of the base is amazing.
Just the
Look
gears.
at the gears.
Yeah. And of course that spotlight lights up on this one.
That is cool.
And then this is, I didn't get a close-up of the puppy, but yeah, this is the other dog on a hyena.
I don't think the hyena looks bad.
Oh, I didn't get the face and this light, but...
Gotcha.
So for me, I think Harley Who Laughs overall wins as far as hyenas. But I think, God, Cyberpunk, she's finally going to get a point for me. Because overall, like, base, I think Cyberpunk Harley wins.
I agree. I really like this base a lot. I love the way the Harley Who Laughs looks. But, like, this is just so much more interesting. There's a lot more, I don't know, not details, but different, just pops character all over it.
But who would you give it to for the dogs?
Probably the Harley Who Laughs.
Yeah, and I mean, God, that thing is gonna look so great next to Batman Who Laughs with the 3 Robins.
Yeah, definitely.
And that is pretty close to wrapping it up. I guess the final category would be which one would you rather own?
Me personally, I'd much rather have the Harley Who Laughs. There's actually a couple portraits that I really love that I would insist you switching out occasionally because they would all look amazing.
I'm only getting 2.
And she would look fantastic next to all of them, any of them.
Well, I mean, Harley Who Laughs.
I mean, obviously she needs to be with the...
She's actually the one of these 2 I have on pre-order. And she's going to be my first that comes with a headstand. So,
Okay.
even if I leave my favorite portrait on her, the other one's still going to be around somewhere.
Okay.
So, but yeah, so it looks like 11 points for Harley Who Laughs versus 2 points.
Yeah, and
Cyberpunk.
It's not a bad statue at all, I don't think, especially if you love the concept and the size too, because I feel like you could probably do with some smaller statues, but obviously, that makes sense for you to stick with the line.
I will say, if they had never shown us Harley Who Laughs and Cyber was in 1/3, I definitely think I'd still be getting her. And if she was 1/3, it might, make it a more interesting argument, but ultimately, I mean, the metal Harley is greatness.
Yeah, I
so I mean,
hands down.
Yeah, so if we're gonna give them more points, that's gonna be because it's the one I'd rather own. Yeah, so 13-2.
Do you think the cost is fair?
For Harley Who Laughs, absolutely, is a fair price because I bought the regular, but if that comes to fruition, she's gonna be the cheapest one for me in the line since the drought.
Really?
The rest of them have been more expensive.
I'm really surprised just because it's Harley.
Exactly. I mean, I really expected them, to hammer it down and make her like $18.99 or $9. Yeah, it wouldn't have made much sense Polystone material wise. I did expect her to be right up there with Devastator on price. But yeah. So her, I think, is fair. I think the jury is still out with Prime 1 quarter scale. Most quarter scale sideshow statues go between $700 and $800.
Well,
so she being $1,099.
Right.
But you gotta Prime 1 in the big booty bases. So,
right, I mean, they are large.
And I would trust Prime 1 to not have any paint defects 99% of the time over Sideshow.
Okay.
I mean, my Batman Who Laughs by Sideshow, it's not bad. It's just, it was different than the prototype. And Sideshow has a habit where they'll have these pictures of the statue, but once it's shipped, the new paint, they'll take pictures and remove all the old shit on the site and post the new ones.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, the crown on that one was a lot different. So, $1,099 and then 6 portraits for $1,399. I think the price is worth it. And maybe we can get both one day. And that's one thing I did want to shout out Ro. We didn't earlier. He did comment on the poll. Where's the both option? I agree. Going forward, I'll have that on at least the YouTube poll for the both option.
If we had the room and the funds, I think she would look amazing in the collection because I
keep
really love her base and I actually think she's really badass. I like
keep
her
telling
a lot.
people one day she may come home, but it's not going to be a pre-order.
Yeah.
It's going to be like the next, maybe the next video where you're asking me, is there any statues that you want that you passed on? She'll be on that list. She will. She's going to end up on that list. Now, whether she actually comes home later on or not. But yeah, she's going to be on that list for sure. Because, I mean, she'd go up there with, quarter scale.
She would look great. I hear you. I agree.
All right. Well, that is our first statue showdown. The cherries popped, so hopefully next time we can be a little more
fluid. Sorry.
But you guys,
you're much better at this than I am.
Well, I mean, practice. I mean, we got a ton to compare. And the one I was saving for tomorrow, as of filming this, the Bane on Throne by Prime 1 is quarter scale launches. Earlier in the year, or maybe it was last year, I did the XM Bane Gavel. They're both quarter scale, so we should do that as well.
Okay.
It's a Bane versus Bane, same size. So, but yeah, we gotta knock out a few of these. I think we should. Mercy should be next. So
my favorite.
Prime 1 versus XM Merciless is probably gonna be next, and for that one, there's 4 statues because they both came in blue and red. So you guys let us know in the comments what you think of this. If you want to see more, if you like the video, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
All right, thanks guys.
Thanks. Peace.
Bye.